Hey guys, Red Gambit here, welcome. We've got the full overview of Aria straight from Combo Break, hot off the Twitch stream, ready for your earholes and your eyepieces to absorb and enjoy. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe as I bring you more killer instinct coverage and all fighting game things that are entertaining and delicious for you to watch. Thanks very much for checking this out, and I will see you guys very soon.
Well, this intro is a classic.
So you probably noticed Aria kind of going into and popping out of those drones, and now you can see them floating behind her. So let's make Isaac a playable character here so he can play along with us. Cool. All right, so we have a little script we're going to try and follow, which is a little, it's going to be tough because of the not normal setting, but we'll make it through.
Yeah.
Isaac?
So let's give a basic summary of what Aria is.
Aria is a team of characters, not one character. I'm sure you've already observed that she has 3 health bars instead of 1 health bar. Don't be alarmed. She has the same amount of health as all the other characters in the game. Most characters have their health split into 2 bars. She has hers split into 3. She is an AI. She's not attached to any physical form, right? She can just kind of zap herself upload herself, if you will, into whatever physical form she has available to her, which is very cool, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. So let's start taking a tour.
Yeah, let's just go through her basic movement.
Yeah.
So let's just start with her walk speed.
Sure. She's got a little bit of a slow back walk, but a decent forward walk.
And then just
Yeah,
go through
normal
it.
jump.
Yep, just her normal jump. She has a pretty okay front dash and back dash.
Yeah, her front dash is okay, back dash is all right.
But now we're getting into the interesting stuff.
Yes, we are.
So there's these little floaty things around there. What's that?
What do I do with them? These are her drones. They follow her around wherever she goes. They're very loyal. You switch sides, they switch sides. They're always behind her. They're not vulnerable or anything while they're behind her. But you can switch to play as different drones simply by pressing 3 punch or 3 kicks. So right now I'm wearing booster body. I'm going to press 3 punches, and now I'm in blade body. And then I'm going to press 3 kicks, and now I'm in base body.
So one thing you'll notice is that the top drone that's on the screen is always the punches.
Correct.
And then the bottom is always the kicks.
Absolutely.
So she has 3 life bars. What does that mean?
Well, training mode's not going to let me show you very well, but you're going to have to kill all 3 of these drones to defeat Aria.
Okay.
And each one will take damage when you call it as an assist, which we'll get to in a bit, or you can just destroy it when it's in body form.
Okay, let's get to some of the fun stuff now. Let's just go
Okay.
through some of her normals.
All right, let's talk about normals. I'm going to start with the kicks. So the interesting thing is that the lower half of her body, the kick buttons, these are the same across all of her bodies. So if you're just learning Aria, you can rely on these kick attacks for all different bodies and not really worry about anything. Light kick is pretty fast. She got a nice spammable crouching short, very good. The medium kicks are very interesting. She has a lot of traditional weapons hidden in her legs. She has shotguns in her knees, so you have these really cool shotgun attacks that you can do. She actually has running auto doubles, so you can actually get a combo off that too, which is really neat. And of course those are cancelable because they are normals. And if you throw me a fireball, no, I don't think so. Stop that. Hard kick buttons are actually going to open a compartment in her calves and toss little grenades. So go ahead and throw me a fireball again. I don't like that. Oh, I missed. Oh, I can't get it. I'm the worst. Don't look at me.
Yep.
Okay, forget about it.
All right,
That
let's
works,
forget it. Yep, let's pretend that works.
Air hard kick is a little flip as well. It's pretty interesting. You can do some cool zoning without really doing any motions. Anything else special about the kicks that we need to go over?
No, I think we got all the kick stuff.
All right,
let's look at some of the punches.
All right, punches. We got a nice jab, nice crouching jab. Standing medium punch has decent range. And the jumping medium punch can cross up. I can't believe I got it. That is actually not super easy to do, but it can cross up if your spacing is excellent. And the hard punch buttons also have good range. Crouch hard punches are good anti-air. Go ahead and jump at me. Yep. Whoop. Hey. There we go. Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about the crouching medium punch. This one's a little bit different than others.
Yeah, crouching medium punch hits low because crouching medium kick does not. But crouching medium kick has extraordinary range and is a one-button projectile.
All right, so now we went through the normals. Let's go through some of her specials.
We did. Let's talk about some special moves.
Let's start with the kicks.
Okay, let's start with the kicks. That's a good idea. So, quarter circle forward. This is going to be very similar to Jago's wind kick. Quarter circle forward kick is going to be a knee. It's the medium one, and I'll show you how far the hard one goes. It goes pretty far. This is very, very short landing recovery, which is great too, because you can do really cool things like this. It's really fun. The knee itself will actually trigger a shotgun blast on hit. And of course, it's an opener, so you can do auto doubles with it. And if you do the linker version, she shoots more shotgun out of her knees. It's very, very nice.
What does the shadow version do?
The shadow version of this is projectile invulnerable. Go ahead and toss me a little something. And you've probably noticed that the timing on that is very strange. That is probably the hardest shadow move to break in the entire game.
Yeah. I'm not even going to try.
Get wrecked. All right.
So next is explosive arc.
Right, so the quarter circle back kick move is very similar to Jago's laser sword. This leaves a trail of explosives from her leg, and these have really good frame advantage. The light one isn't so good, but it has better range. You see that'll actually hit from about here. Whereas the heavy one won't, but has slower startup. The heavy one's actually so slow it won't combo off a light attack. But it leaves really good frame advantage, so that's kind of your in-close pressure tool similar to Jago Laser Sword. So if you're comfortable with Jago, you can kind of use those two moves in any body and do really, really well.
Yeah, and you know, one thing we didn't mention was the shotgun blitz is a high crush.
That's true.
And the explosive arc is
high crush.
Yeah. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant low crush.
with
There
the
you
knee.
go.
Yeah.
Going back.
So go ahead and stick out a low medium kick or something. This is really, there we go. There we go. Okay. And then trip me and then do a high meaty.
Oh.
Do it again.
The timing is going to be there.
Yeah, go one more time. We got this. One more time.
We're playing with a little bit of a delay from the stream.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, just pretend that works. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so let's talk about some of the bodies now. This is where Aria really starts to break the mold of characters.
Indeed. So let's go over booster body first. All the bodies have a movement feature, and booster bodies is the hover. Woo, I'm flying. You hold up while you're in the air, and then you can use left and right to kind of move around for a second here.
So what happens if you try to cross me up?
The really cool thing is when you cross somebody up, she turns around, which means, hi-yah,
Nice.
jump over, tap up. Oh, you can flip her around. So you don't need a good cross up to cross up. You can just kind of jump over, tap up, and then on the way down. Or you can jump over and then go back the other direction. Or go back and then forward. Yeah, oh my god, it's so tricky. Very, very scary stuff.
All right, so what else can she do? What happens if you happen to do quarter circle back punch?
Well, all of the bodies have their own special move that they bring to the table. And the special move that the booster body brings is crescendo. If you do quarter circle back, light punch, she'll do a tackle forward. And on hit, this is going to open a combo. If you do medium punch, it goes up forward. This is a situational anti-air, so if people jump at you, you can take them out of the air. And the heavy one goes straight up, which probably doesn't seem that good, but it is actually start up invulnerable until hit. So in this body, you do have a reversal, even though it's kind of a slow one.
Can you only do that underground?
You can do this in the air, too. So you can do the forward one if you want to just check people out of the air. The medium one goes down forward and can cross up. Maybe. There we go. Which is very good. And the heavy one goes straight down, so you can do some really nasty stuff with that. Called an assist on accident. Whoops, you didn't see that.
All right, so what about the shadow version?
The shadow version goes straight only, but it has one hit of armor. Just do a wind kick for me. Something like that.
Yeah, I could throw a projectile.
It's fine. It's all good.
Oh, all right. It's not. All right.
One hit of armor. Very important.
All right.
Professionals, people.
Yeah. All right, so that was the booster body. And you can tell it's the booster body by the icon that's on the UI over there with the wings. She also wears wings. So for everybody that she's in, she visually, there's a tell.
Yeah, you can just look at her and you'll know.
Exactly.
Oh, that's booster body. She's got big old wings. So let's talk about blade body.
Yep.
Let me go into booster again real quick. Watch the walk speed here. 1, 2, 3. It took me about 3 seconds to get there. In blade, 1, 2, yeah, about 2.5 seconds. She's much faster walk speed in blade body. Very, very nice. This is the footsie's body. The medium punches, look at the range on these. What? What are you talking about? Hard punch? Oh my goodness, even longer range. Really, really spectacular range. Actually, the jumping medium punch cross-up is pretty damn reliable in this body.
So
I said as I missed it. There we go. You get it really deep. It's pretty good.
So another thing she gets in this body is command normal.
She does. She gets forward hard punch, which is an overhead. That may look slow to you, but that thing is invisible. You'll get hit with it all the time. And that's you can cancel it into stuff and open a combo pretty easily as well.
So let's get into some of the juicy stuff. What's this special?
Sure. The special move for this body is a Dragon Punch motion. Our first Dragon Punch motion in Season 2. Woo! Dragon Punch Light is a traditional kind of Dragon Punch move, but you'll notice that the range is quite gratuitous.
Yeah.
It is a very, very spectacular invincible Dragon Punch move. Hits on frame 3, just like Jago and Fulgor's and Orchid's Dragon Punches do, so you have to respect it. The medium punch and heavy punch versions are pretty interesting, though. The medium punch version does this. Oh my god.
That's not a
pad play. There we go. So she gets 3 slashes out of that. And it's not an opener, but you can link afterwards with any manual you want. A heavy is fine. Beyond that, if you don't feel comfortable doing a manual and you have meter, you can just cancel into a shadow move and open the combo that way. So that's fine too. It's a really great pressure move. It's +2 on block. It's really, really good. So go ahead and block this. And try and mash. Oh, you get hit. You get hit.
Yeah,
there you go. Okay.
There you go.
Cool. Now go ahead and shadow counter it.
Okay.
Obviously, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna use the stick. So that's very easy to shadow counter. It's way slower than like a Jago wind kick, obviously, even though it serves a very similar purpose. But go ahead and try and shadow counter again. Whoops. Oh my goodness. My move didn't come out. I'm sorry. One more time.
Live demonstrations.
One more
everyone.
time.
There you
There you
go.
go. You missed the timing.
Yeah.
Actually. Go ahead.
That was fine.
There.
Yeah.
So if you use that one instead, you actually avoid punishment from a lot of characters, which is interesting. Jago still hits her. You can also cancel into shadow moves while this is going and bait a shadow counter that way. So that's kind of the way you're going to want to look for shadow counter baits, is to cancel into a shadow move while you're using that for pressure. The heavy version actually on hit will launch for a combo. So you can just jump up there and do some cool stuff. You'll have fun exploring that. And then the shadow version, the shadow damage ender, does a ton of damage, and it's invincible. Very, very, very good.
All right. And I think that's all the stuff in the blade body.
It's all about blade body.
So let's move on to the base body.
Base body. So you'll see she's wearing this chest cannon now. This fires concentrated sound waves. Very cool.
And so the thing about that sound wave right there, that actually hit me low. That low one?
Yeah, the low one actually hits low. If he doesn't block low, he's going to get hit. Go ahead and throw a fireball. These are really good. Because they hit 3 times and they have really high priority, they tend to eradicate a lot of opposing projectiles. So you have to experiment and see. Go ahead and jump for me. She has an up-forward one if you make a nice read as well. And it's active for a while, so it's pretty useful. But you'll notice like the recovery on these is significantly longer than a Jago Fireball. They do move fast, but she's kind of stuck there for a while. But she has kind of Fulgor's reactor ability with Shadow Meter instead to cancel these on whiff into shadow moves. So if you don't like this, you can cancel into the shadow version and spray the screen to keep yourself safe. You can go ahead and jump over this projectile. Oh, I'm scared. So I just do that, knock him back, and reset the situation, which is very, very, very handy. You can even hit confirm from really long distances with that by canceling into Shadow Knee.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and each body has its own Ender special for the special that it carries. The base body has a meter Ender, the blade body has a damage Ender, and the booster body has a wall balance Ender. Whoops. There you go. Very good.
All right. So one thing that we didn't talk about was...
oh yeah, the faster dash, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so the dash is actually faster in this body too. You're going to be zoning a lot in this body, so you're going to move very fast. And you can get some good dash into throw shenanigans with this too, just because it's very, very fast. All right, what else we got?
All right, now it's just combos. So we looked at Explosive Arc and we looked at Shotgun Blitz.
We did.
And then those moves are universal, and they're always combo openers and they're combo linkers.
Correct.
None of the punch specials can actually be used as linkers. You'll always go into an ender.
That's right.
So let's start talking about some of these enders. What is the Explosive Arc ender?
Explosive Arc Ender is a launcher. You can get a little setup off that, or you can get a juggle combo. It does less damage though. If you're looking for damage outside of Blade Body, you're definitely going to want to go with the Shotgun Blitz Ender. It's a hard knockdown Ender and resets the distance a bit, which may not seem great. I'm going to do this over here so you can see. Alright, knocks him kind of far away. But I can move back in very quickly using the knee. So what I'll do is I'll call this assist and then dashing behind it. More on that in a second. Very, very good. Cool.
All right. So, now let's go through the enders for all these different bodies.
Sure, yeah. We got our wall splat on Booster. We just showed you. On Blade, we have... Let's see if I can do a Dragon Punch. There we go. We have a damage ender. And on base, we showed you this a second ago too. We have a meter ender.
No.
Very, very good.
Now, is that all the enders she really has?
No, there's actually one more ender.
Whoa.
So I guess she's the first character with 6 enders. So let's say you want to switch bodies. We showed you this earlier. You press 3 punches to switch, and that is quite slow. Throw a fireball for me, please.
Ooh.
So I can just phase through it, which is great, but I have a ton of recovery. So if I tag out anywhere remotely close to him, I'm getting punished. So you have to be really, really careful when you switch. So if you're low on health, you don't want to take a big risk. One thing you might do is a switch ender, where you press all 3 punches to switch to the punch drone, or you press all 3 kicks to switch to the kick drone.
So one cool thing about the switching mechanics, you can actually do that during the round transitions as well.
Yeah. So we can't show you this right now, but when it says ready and you're moving around between rounds, you can absolutely use 3 punches, 3 kicks to switch bodies and try and, adjust the matchup and get in an interesting position. Very, very cool.
So the part that you kind of jumped ahead a little was the team play.
Yes, team play.
So clearly you guys saw some stuff that you shouldn't have seen yet. Let's talk a little bit about that.
All right, I'm switching here. Hold on. All right, so when you start most matches, if you don't switch before the match, this is the configuration you're going to be in. You're going to be playing as Booster Body. The punch position is going to be Blade Body. The kick position is going to be Booster. The assists themselves, if you want to call them for an assist, is on back hard punch or back hard kick. I'm going to go ahead and call the base drone with back hard kick. He comes out, he fires his cannon like he would if I was playing as him, and then he leaves. Go ahead and give him a little kick in the face.
Oh.
Oh! So when they're active, you can kick them, and you actually see in the life bars up top, he took damage, and because it's training mode, that won't heal until I switch up. So go ahead and hit him again. Oops. Just press medium kick when he comes out.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
I know. Cool. Now go ahead and kick Blade Drone when he comes out.
Okay.
No, you can't. Blade Drone is an anti-air assist. He is invulnerable until he's done attacking, but you can punish him on the way down. There you go. Give him a little kick. If you want to, you can give him a nice big uppercut when he's done.
Oh, sorry. When he's done. Yeah. I had to remember how to DP.
When he's done. Block. There you go. Now.
There you
go. They do take a lot of damage. You can't juggle them. But as you saw, go ahead and wind kick through this one. Oh, a little late.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
Oh, that's not it.
You can hit the drone and hit Aria.
Yeah.
So she has to use the drones to cover herself and cover the drones. So if you're in a fireball war, go ahead and start throwing some fireballs. Call him out, he gets hit. That's really bad. And of course, Blade Body's only strike invincible. He's not projectile invincible, so he's getting hit too, and I'm getting in trouble. Go ahead and keep throwing fireballs for me. Scoot back. Scoot back a little bit. So I can cover him. I can use my shotgun knee to cover projectiles, wipe him out of the way so he can fire. Like that. So you have to cover them and use them to cover yourself. It's very cool. So like this is a very unsafe thing to do, but if I call the assist and then do it, keeps me safe and lets me do a manual off of it. Very cool. So the last assist we didn't show you is Booster. Booster's the fastest startup, and he goes at an up-forward angle and tackles people. Another really interesting thing about, poor Booster. Come back. If you're kind of moving in on me while I'm zoning, you get about half screen, then you block this guy. Oh, he shoves you way back. So that's really useful in zoning as well.
Sad face.
Yeah. And you'll learn other things to do with the drones. As Steve was tweeting about earlier, shout outs to Steve. You might say knock somebody down and then call a meaty drone and do some mix-ups. He was partial to this one, where you get a throw here, you call the projectile, and then you do a 50-50. You either go low or you go high. And that is pretty damn useful. Or you call another drone and you get crazy. Who knows what you do?
Okay, so one thing about the life bar that we haven't really talked about yet is how it works. So let's talk about that a little bit. So it's kind of hard in training mode to really do this. We can turn off recovery a little bit.
Okay.
For just a short amount of time. There it is.
Health, no.
Yep. So I'll just do that. You want to talk a little bit about what's going on there?
Yeah, you can actually see my white health does not heal. It will never heal, no matter how long I wait. And that's because the body itself is generated by the nanobots inside the drone, and they are also what heal the drone. So they can't do both things at once. Yes, that is canon. But if you want to heal, you can just switch bodies. So I'm going to switch. You can see the blue bar is actually healing rather quickly. This is going to encourage you to switch a lot, and it really depends on the matchup. You know, maybe Jago isn't hitting you multiple times and leaving a ton of white health on you, but Cinder probably is. And you'll be at high risk of eating a instant level 4 Ender if you're not careful about juggling how much of this health you actually have.
So, one thing we can show right now is if we turn, we can...
You want the health back?
Yeah, actually put it to like 20%, so
All
we
right.
can show what happens when we destroy a body.
Okay. Ah! It exploded. And now I only have 2 left. So if I do back kick, because there's no kick drone, it's just going to call the punch one. If I hit all 3 kicks to switch, I'm just going to switch to the punch one. I have less tools here. This is a difficult position for an Aria to be in. And it gets even worse. Okay. It gets even worse if you are killed. A second time. Go ahead and kill this one.
Yep.
And now I'm all alone. This is a very tough position to be in, so things snowball pretty badly for Aria if she can't keep all 3 drones alive. So the goal, if you're an Aria player, is you're going to want to keep all of them alive as long as you possibly can.
Alright, so let's reset positions here.
Sure.
It's these 2 buttons. Oh, Matt, no. You gotta hold one
There
for
we
There
go.
you go. Boom. Okay.
Yay, I'm back.
So let's talk a little bit about her instinct.
Let's talk about instinct. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Everybody's been wondering. Anime! Now I've put all 3 bodies into one. I have the walk speed, I have the dash speed, I have the cannon, I have the uppercut, I have flights and tackles, and I have this little fanfare drone that auto-tracks its attacks onto you. Go ahead and jump. Oh no, you can't jump. Ha ha ha. It's good stuff.
Let's
Health
turn that,
refill,
yeah.
It's a very potent instinct mode. There's one other feature as well. You can't cancel into assist calls normally, but you can during instinct. So that lets you create some pretty interesting pressure. I can't do it on a pad. Yeah. So that's very cool as well. There's one other feature of instinct that you need to be aware of since you're going to be juggling all these drones all the time. And that we will show you here. So, if I have an instinct that puts all 3 drones together to give me maximum power, but I don't have any other drones anymore, isn't it useless? What do I get? You still get anime cutscene, which is pretty sweet, but you get 3 of these fanfare drones instead. So for every body that's missing, you're going to get an extra fanfare drone, which means you can really lay on the pressure with these things and cancel into them pretty aggressively. Just really mess with people pretty badly. So it's still very, very good, even if you're low on dronage. And there's some other really cool things maybe we'll save for later, but it's possible to take more damage than it looks like she can take by soaking up extra damage in Instinct.
Yep.
And maybe you'll see that a little bit later. But that's pretty much the guided tour, right? That's everything. That's Aria.
Yeah, that is this beast of a character.
Yes.